Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 39.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Raiders.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser Wright. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
To throw is Winston. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A toss play to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready, black 22. Watching you fire. I got you. I got you. Let me go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Cut. 180. Squeeze, double. Hold on. Check.
Now Goff on 1st down. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. We're scoreless after one. Sam Cook on now to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on there.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Following the interception, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Winston. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Here's Sam Cook now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will get the football at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The end result, 21 yards. On play action, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Winston now. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On first down, it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. Hey, 5. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Play action. It's gone. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 3rd and long. It's gone. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Maverick. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. No.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 5.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Check 52's the mic. Get
Bravo.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I can't believe they let you play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
20. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Watkins, the intended receiver. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Go, go, go.
They go play action. Winston. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, LA. Marquise Goodwin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's an easy one, and it's coming again. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Value 3.
Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. White 25. Check 55. Mike. Too little. Tap.
Winston from the gun on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. First down, Winston. Looking deep downfield. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
Nice, sweetheart.
Winston now from the 50. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff fights him off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
11. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got him. Mike's 50. Louis. Screen. Drop the screen. Mike's 50. Coming to you.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready?
At the Raiders' 5-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got some space here. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? Black 22. Check 55 to Mike. Strip the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Goff on 1st down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 10, Goff again. And my goodness, another. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is gone. Staying on his feet. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins home.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and you've got to